So, this video is for you self-motivated entrepreneurs, dudes, women who just, they want to play the adult game in the financial sector of their life. And I just offer one facet, which is Oman, because Oman made a special trade agreement with the USA. And it was based on military arrangements. Little do people know that the largest base in the Gulf region is in Oman. U.S. got an island. So, as to long-term, self-motivated entrepreneurs, I think that you should get a basic knowledge of crypto contracts. They are blockchain crypto contracts. Just as you have blockchain Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what it is because it's linked to several chains of networks at the same time. So they call it blockchain. It's a chain. So as with that are contracts. And due to all this NAFTA, tariff blockages that are taking place, when there's a chaos, there's a gold mine. And the gold mine is crypto contracts. You don't see crypto contracts mentioned anywhere, do you? We're at the moment that Bitcoin was at the nascent level, birth level, crypto contracts. And little do you know, there's trillions being pumped up at this very moment in crypto contracts, and they are outside any state control. Any. USA, Russia, China, blah, blah, blah. And they're trading. So I don't know about this trade embargo. Trump, in my opinion, he's just merely shifted the rhythm into fast forward, which is fine with me. Because now you can go to Dhofar, to Oman, live in a rammed earth house, adobe house, rammed earth. Walls 2-3 feet thick, exterior walls. You could have rammed earth adobe floors, rammed earth walls. Something like this. Minimalist style, Kardashian style. You do the modernist, postmodernist Kardashian style, it's cheap. Those could be marketed for $89,000. Nothing. Because you know why? Right there next door are those Yemeni. They built towers of rammed earth that have endured thousands of years. Go to Paris. I lived on Rue Saint-Paul, numéro... C'était au début, c'était au 8, no, 21. That house that I was living in Paris was a rammed earth house on Rue Saint-Paul in the Marais, and it was over 1,000 years old. And I was on the second or the third floor. So, you do this rammed earth wall, they say it's harder than concrete. So you could easily have a 4-bedroom, 2 salon, 1 dining, 3 shower, indoor, outdoor. This is to say you have an indoor shower and an outdoor shower. A shower outside, you know what's above you? The sun. No roof. Outdoors. Can you imagine the climate? The climate is hot, baked, sunny. And I promise you, when the British go there, they can't stop. They don't leave. They become parasitic. Yeah, those Brits. Oh. Well, look at these houses. It looks like a it looks like a mini temple to the Pharaoh. Look at that. Thick walls, thick. That is totally rammed earth. Even that awning over the top there in the porch, rammed earth. Even those pillars, circular pillars. Look at how those are 12-foot high ceilings. Yeah, the ceilings are high. You're gonna live in a palace, dude. Your ceilings aren't this cheap American BS 10 feet. No, they're 12, 15 feet high because the heat rises. See? The house is postmodernist. It's Kardashian style, postmodernist, rammed earth. See, you could do that. I call it the 60s style. It's like Mies van der Rohe, Frank Lloyd Wright. It's the period of the Great Depression, and it was the Jews that were pumping the architecture. They controlled it. They were the ones of salvation. They had the money. Oh, they do fabulous constructions. Like take, for example, MoMA. Yeah, I take something else like this simple garage here. There's the back entrance to the garage. The car park is underground, and there's the garage. It has a little stone well right in there and all that space. Good flood lighting, good enough. That's good enough for me, brother. And this bathroom, simplicity supreme. Yes, I know. No luxury. Yes, I know. But I just have to have wooden floors. And then in the attic over the garage house is adobe floors. That means the floors beneath are well insulated and retain heat. Imagine, that's a commercial grade stone floor in the attic. It's adobe, baked adobe. See what I mean? And look at that little palm tree right there in front of the porchita. Ooh la la. Oh, look, panoramic view. Pink room. Oh no, that's actually the peach room. Oh, there's Mr. Steiner. Good Jewish boy. Very, very honest. Honest. Go Ink Oman. Then you have the beaches, see? There are birds there. Beaches that are like so wide, they're better than the ones in Melbourne Beach, Florida. Look at that. Vacant. Desert. Hot. Fresh. Isolated. Nature. Man. When was the last time you were on a beach and there was nobody there? Oman is like that. Then they have these coasts where the water rushes in between the mountains. Oh, that's good for seafood hunting. Oh, look at the wide. That's what the clouds are. The monsoon is coming in. There it comes. And then they have these inland pools where the water comes up from the ground. That's the fresh water. Yeah. Oman has a monsoon season. Oh, look at that poor little camel. You can tell they've been milking her dry. Because those people there, those men, they drink that camel milk. And I'm telling you, they have babies into their 90s. I said to my kid, my student, how old's your father? I said, how old are you? He said, I'm 17, teacher. I said, how old's your father? He said, my father, 92. I said, 92? 90, 92, 9 decades? Yes, teacher, 9 decades. 2 years. That tells me that your father had you when he was 78, 79. I told the student, when you born, your father 78? And he said, yes, teacher. When I was born, my father was 78. And I said, oh, very interesting. So then I started studying the men, and I noticed they eat a certain honey that comes from the valleys. It's called crazy honey. Because sometimes I think the bees go and pollinate something that's psychedelic. But anyway, it's good for your health. Don't believe Joe Rogan. See the architecture? That's rammed earth architecture right there, honey. And it's cheap. There's a fortress, yeah. There's a Salala. Salala's a real nice fishing port. Yeah, real nice. It was like in Salala, the fishing port, when they bring in the fish, it was like Mexico back in the 60s. 60s. I mean, I shouldn't talk in these terms. Look at that when it turns green with a mist. That mist stays there for 3 months. Oh, it's something you cannot even explain. In the water, the birds. They don't have birds like that in Hawaii. I was in Maui and I kept asking everybody, where are the birds? Where are the birds? Oh, we're too far out in the middle of nowhere to have birds here. I said, that's it. I said, I am leaving. I am out. Oh, well, there's a whole family that lives there in Salala. That's it, back in the background. The Omanis, they have a high tolerance for gringos. I'll tell you, I saw with my own eyes. Here's Salala. It's one part, the beach. Because, oh yeah, there's the valleys. Maybe that's near where Jonah is buried. The prophet Jonah. Job. The one that's swallowed by the whale. He's buried there. Oh, look at the Omani. They're very beautiful, the Omani. White skin. They're very, physically very beautiful. Yeah, see the river full. See the forest and the camel in the river? Over there, you don't see cattle. It's camel. See, there's Salala. Wallahi, it's beautiful. It's like in the 60s. So there's an executive summary. This is the entire contract made between the United States and Oman regarding investment. And as of 2019, there is no minimum investment. Initially, it was an amount that today would amount to $500,000. You had to invest 500,000 US dollars in Oman to get any investment in Oman. Well, that has been eradicated. There is no minimum investment. You invest as you like. You invest $1, there you go. It's up to you. But as it were, and with things as they are, and the free trade agreement between the U.S. and Oman is so open that you can transfer cars. Yeah. You can do cars. Back in the day, there were dudes, everybody around me was importing and exporting cars. I say, hey, kid, what are you doing? He says, I'm buying cars on the internet in the U.S. and I'm selling them here in Oman. I said, oh, okay. So, I don't know how long that lasted, but, the foreign currency exchange, you don't need to worry about that if you're doing crypto. Crypto contracts is the black swan that hits the currency market. Everybody's forced to go geopolitically uniform. That is to say, no one country rules anymore. It's everybody. Yeah, like US with Oman. There's total no tax. You can open corporations. Imagine, that's what I should do. Do. Open corporation. Go online, open corporations in Oman. Online. Then when you get to Oman, you already have your corporation. You own it. It's yours. You go out there, you look for a house. You look for some land. You look for a stream to go fishing for trout, but you're not going to find trout. It's that's the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea. So I don't know. They have something more than that. Whatever. Oh, they have a lot of smelts. The Italian smelt. It's the fish that the dolphin like to eat. The mist is something you cannot imagine. And the life is so much cheaper than in the US. They have a high level of education. There's a lot of international schools. There's so many 5-star hotels. You know, they have ports, they have wharves, but it's not overdone. Mexico is overdone, man. My opinion, Mexico is overdone. That's what I say. And maybe the Mexicano, maybe Einstein or whatever the president's name is, she'll get angry with me. But in my opinion, you know, tourism in Mexico and the U.S. tourism, or expat tourism. Hey, honey, Mrs. Steinstein, Mexico, American point of view is refried beans. Refried beans, honey. That means overdone. Yeah, overdone. And guess where's cheaper and much more romantic and so much ancient history is Oman, where the walls are rammed earth, earthquake proof, 2 feet thick, Mother Earth, eco-friendly, sustainable, elegant, elite living. Because thus far, only the rich people lived in adobe rammed earth walls. Yeah, only the rich, like Robert Redford. A rammed earth, like that Ted Turner. Oh, that Jane Fonda. Oh, that Shirley MacLaine. Oh, that Bill Koch. Koch brothers rammed earth. Yee. I live rammed earth in the most expensive neighborhood in Paris, the Marais. Rammed earth. So, you know, you guys, I don't understand why this isn't out there. It's not on the net. It's not spoken of. But people who go to Oman, they don't leave. And specifically a lot of British, Aussie, South African. Those bitches. And those people, they're very bitchy. I saw with my own eyes back in the day, some of those Brit, they would lose it within 3 days and start screaming in the street in public. Screaming. Why? Because everything is easy going. Inshallah. You know, oh, it's easy this and easy that. And the women didn't relish the moment of having servants, of eating those meals out. This fish, seafood, all kinds, done Indian style. Yeah. And the moon, oh, so big. The moon in the night so big. and the warmth of that sun and the sea breeze, the Indian Ocean coming in, wafting through. I knew this couple. They were German. He was basically from the south of England and she was French, but German origin, whose father was the director of the uh, Volkswagen Corporation in Mexico City. They lived in their house, their Ramder's house, down there in Salala. Everybody's baking and with the air conditioning. And she said, no. She says, we never use air conditioning. I said, you never use air conditioning? She says, no, we don't need it. And guess what? They didn't need it. I don't know, the Adobe or the rammed earth that took care of the humidity, took care of the heat. It took care of even the sound. You go to her house, the sound, the smell, everything. It aromatizes the interior. You know, there's none of this PCB and there's that insulation. All these carcinogenic con job construction BS. My goodness. Oh, if you want to have a concrete house in Salala like the Kardashians, no problem. They're there. Yep. Oman is good for concrete. You got it. But you know what? I don't want to go that way. I like this. Maybe we have concrete, but you're seeing at the top or stuff, but this here is stone, chiseled stone with rammed earth. Who's going to do that? Oh, Bill Gates and Belinda Gates would do that. Oh, the Walmart. Oh, what's that? Warren Buffett, his house over there in Africa. It's nothing but rammed earth. That hick from Nebraska is living in the house with the walls 3-4 feet thick of rammed earth. You couldn't even get a torpedo through it. See? Only rich people lived in rammed earth. Where do you live? I think your house is not even concrete. At least my house is concrete. You come here to my house, Wigga, and you're going to see concrete walls. I live in a concrete house. But you know what? Over there in Oman, my house is rammed earth. 3-4 feet thick walls. I feel secure. I feel protected. I feel healthy. I bake in the warmth of the sun of the Indian Ocean. Well retired, well incorporated, and bringing in the dough. Alibaba and the treasures hidden in the cave.